The stadium roars. 10,000 people are on their feet, screaming. Maya Rodriguez stands at the edge of the track, clipboard forgotten in her hands. Her heart pounds like it did years ago when she was the one on that starting line. But today, she's not running. Today, she's coaching. "You've got this, Jamie," she shouts, but her voice disappears into the noise. On the track, her student, 14-year-old Jamie Chen, crouches at the blocks. The state championship 800-meter final. Everything they've trained for comes down to the next 2 minutes. Maya's eyes drift to the display case beside the bleachers. Inside, under museum lighting, sits a pair of running shoes. Except they're not really shoes anymore. They're held together with duct tape, dried glue, and stubborn hope. The soles are separated, the fabric is torn. Dark stains, old blood, mark the insides. A plaque underneath reads, "These shoes never won a race, but they started a revolution." The starter raises the pistol. Maya's breath catches. For a moment, she's 11 years old again. She can feel those broken shoes on her feet, feel the shame burning her cheeks, feel the weight of every loss. The gun fires. Jamie explodes from the blocks. But Maya isn't watching Jamie anymore. She's somewhere else, somewhere in the past. "How does the worst runner in the district become the best coach in the state?" a reporter asked her yesterday. Maya smiled. "Let me tell you a story, but I have to warn you, this story doesn't start with victory." She closes her eyes as Jamie rounds the first curve. It starts with the worst defeat imaginable. 10 years earlier, Maya Rodriguez, age 11, wakes up at 5:47 a.m. She didn't set an alarm. She never needs to. When you have a dream, your body knows when to wake up. Her room is small. Posters of Olympic runners cover every wall. Allison Felix mid-stride, Usain Bolt celebrating, a faded magazine cutout that says, "Champions aren't born, they're built." Maya slides out of bed quietly. Her little brother, Carlos, is still asleep in the bottom bunk. Her mother works the night shift at the hospital and won't be home until 7. It's just Maya and the morning. In the bathroom, she splashes cold water on her face, stares at herself in the mirror. Brown eyes stare back, determined, ready. She pulls on her running clothes, hand-me-down gym shorts from her cousin, and a free t-shirt from the food bank. Then she reaches under her bed. The shoes. They used to be white. Now they're gray with dirt and age. The left sole is separating from the fabric, creating a flap that makes a slapping sound when she runs. The right shoe has a hole where her big toe pokes through. She's tried everything. Duct tape, it peels off when she sweats. Super glue, it makes the shoes stiff. Even cardboard inserts, they disintegrate. This morning, she uses her mother's medical tape, wraps it around the left shoe 3 times. Tight. It'll hold. For a while. Maya laces them up. The left lace is actually 2 short laces tied together because the original one snapped months ago. She stands, tests them. They feel okay. They always feel okay for the first few minutes. Out the door, down the apartment stairs, into the cool morning air. Here's the thing about running. When you run, nothing else matters. Not the cramped apartment, not the empty refrigerator, not the overdue bills on the kitchen counter. When you run, you're free. Maya starts slow. Her neighborhood, the east side, is quiet at dawn. A few people wait for the early bus. Mr. Garcia opens his corner store. A stray dog trots past. She picks up speed. The broken shoes slop, slop, slop against the pavement. Rhythm, music, the soundtrack to her dreams. Maya runs 6 blocks to Jefferson Park. The track there is public, cracked and faded, but it's a real track. A 1/4-mile loop. She's measured it. Nobody else is here. It's just her and her dreams. She starts her laps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her breathing finds its rhythm. In through the nose, out through the mouth, like the YouTube videos taught her. 5, 6, 7. The left shoe flaps harder now. She ignores it. Champions don't quit because of a little flapping. 8, 9, 10. The sun rises, painting the sky orange and pink. Maya's legs burn in that good way, that way that means they're getting stronger. Sweat drips down her face. Her heart pounds strong and sure. This is why she runs. Not for the shoes or the gear or the glory. For this feeling, like she can do anything. She finishes 12 laps, 3 miles, and collapses on the grass, gasping. Above her, the sky turns from orange to blue. A perfect morning. Her best friend, Zoe Martinez, finds her there an hour later. "You're crazy, you know that," Zoe says, plopping down beside her. Zoe doesn't run. She plays saxophone and reads fantasy novels and thinks Maya's obsession with running is weird but lovable. "Did you hear?" Maya asked, still breathing hard. "Hear what?" "Tryouts for the middle school track team. They announced it yesterday. They're next Monday." Zoe looks at Maya's shoes, looks at Maya's face, glowing with hope. "Maya, I know what you're going to say." "Do you?" "You're going to say I need better shoes, but I don't. I've been training all summer. I'm faster than I was in June. I can feel it." Zoe bites her lip. "I'm going to say you're going to be amazing." Maya grins. "I'm going to make that team, Zoe. I'm going to prove that it doesn't matter where you start. It matters how hard you work." They walk back to Maya's apartment together. Her mother is home now, making breakfast, eggs and tortillas. She works 12-hour shifts as a nurse's aide. Her hands are always tired, but her smile is always bright. "Morning, Mija." "Morning, Zoe. You girls hungry?" They eat together, Maya's little brother Carlos talking nonstop about dinosaurs and soccer and a million other things. Normal, ordinary, perfect. But Maya's mind is already racing ahead. Tryouts, next Monday, 5 days away. She looks down at her shoes, drying by the door, torn and taped and terrible. But they'll hold together. They have to. "What are you thinking about?" her mother asked softly. "Running, Mama." Her mother reaches across the table and squeezes Maya's hand. "Then run, baby, run like the wind." That night, Maya can't sleep. She lies in her bunk and stares at the ceiling and imagines it. Standing on the starting line in the school uniform, hearing the crowd cheer her name, crossing the finish line first, arms raised high, proving that Maya Rodriguez from the East Side is somebody. Her phone buzzes. Text from Zoe. "You're going to be great. I believe in you." Maya smiles in the dark. Tomorrow is Sunday. She'll train extra hard. Then Monday comes tryouts. Monday, everything changes. Monday, the world will see what Maya Rodriguez can do. "Just wait," she whispers to the darkness. "Just wait." Monday morning arrives like a promise. Maya wakes up at 5:30, even earlier than usual. Her stomach flips with nervousness and excitement mixed together like a smoothie. Today is the day. She's packed her gym bag 3 times already, but she checks again. Shorts, shirt, her shoes, freshly taped, water bottle, a granola bar Zoe gave her, lucky pennies she found on the street. "You're going to do great," her mother says at breakfast. Carlos, mouthful of cereal, gives her a thumbs up. "You're the fastest person I know." "You only know like 15 people," Maya says, but she's smiling. School drags slower than slow. Math class, English class, science. Every minute feels like an hour. Maya watches the clock like it's personally offending her. Finally, the last bell rings. Maya's heart starts racing before she even gets to the locker room. The girls' locker room is chaos. 30 girls getting ready for tryouts. Some look nervous, some look confident. Everyone's talking, laughing, stretching. Maya finds a corner and changes quietly. She's pulling on her shoes when she notices. Everyone else has new running shoes. Not just new, expensive. Nike, Adidas, New Balance, bright colors, fresh laces, perfect condition. Some girls have multiple pairs, spikes for sprinting, trainers for distance. Maya looks down at her taped-up disasters. "Oh my God," a voice says behind her. "Are those shoes or mummies?" Maya turns. A tall girl with a blonde ponytail is staring at Maya's feet like they're aliens. 2 other girls flank her, giggling. "They're shoes," Maya says quietly. "They're trash," the blonde girl says. Her name tag, everyone has to wear one at tryouts, says Jessica Thornton. "Did you find those in a dumpster?" "Leave her alone, Jessica," someone mutters. But Jessica is on a roll. I'm serious. Those things are a safety hazard. You're going to hurt yourself. Or worse, you'll be so slow you'll hurt our team's reputation. Maya's face burns. She wants to say something clever, something cutting, but her throat is tight. Can't your parents buy you real shoes? Or are you one of those East Side kids who... That's enough. Everyone turns. A woman in coaching shorts and a whistle stands in the doorway. Coach Linda Harper, the track coach. 50-something, silver hair, eyes that miss nothing. Thornton, you run your mouth faster than you run the track. Focus on your own equipment. Everyone, outside in 3 minutes. The locker room empties fast. Maya sits alone for a moment, blinking back tears. She will not cry. Not before tryouts. Not ever. She stands, tests the shoes. They feel okay. They'll hold. They have to hold, she whispers. Outside, the track is beautiful, newly resurfaced last year, red rubber gleaming in the afternoon sun. Bleachers on both sides, starting blocks at intervals, real lane markers. Maya has dreamed of running here. 30 girls cluster around Coach Harper. She's holding a clipboard and looking unimpressed with all of them equally, which somehow makes Maya feel better. Listen up, Coach Harper says. This is tryouts, not summer camp, not gym class. Tryouts. That means I'm looking for runners who are fast, dedicated, and tough. I don't care if you've been running since you were 3 or if today's your first day. I care about what you show me right now. She points to the track. We're doing timed 400-meter runs. That's 1 lap. You'll run in heats of 5. Your time determines if you make the team. Top 20 make it. Everyone else, thank you for trying. Maya's stomach twists. 1 lap, 400 meters, just 1 chance. Coach Harper starts calling names, dividing them into heats. Maya Rodriguez. Here. You're in Heat 3. Heat 3. Maya watches Heat 1 line up. Jessica Thornton is in this group, looking confident and perfect in her bright blue racing spikes. The starting pistol fires. Jessica takes off like a rocket. Smooth, fast, powerful. She finishes the lap in 68 seconds, a great time for middle school. She jogs back, barely breathing hard, and smirks at Maya. Beat that. Heat 2 goes, some girls fast, some slower, times ranging from 65 to 82 seconds. Then Coach Harper calls, Heat 3 to the line. Maya walks to the starting line. Her heart is hammering so hard she thinks everyone can hear it. She crouches down, hands on the painted white line. The track is rough under her fingers. Real. The girl next to her glances at Maya's shoes and looks away quickly. Don't think about the shoes. Think about running. Think about freedom. Coach Harper raises the starting pistol. Runners, set. Maya takes a deep breath, remembers every morning practice, every lap at Jefferson Park, every dream. Crack! She explodes forward. For 10 glorious seconds, Maya flies. Her legs pump, her arms drive, the wind rushes past. She's in 3rd place, keeping pace, and it feels amazing. 20 seconds, 30, halfway around the first curve. Then she feels it. The left sole flops harder, looser. The tape is giving way. No, 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 not now. 40 seconds, the straightaway. Maya pushes harder, trying to ignore the flapping. Slap, 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 slap. The shoe is coming apart. 50 seconds, back into the curve. Maya's in 4th place now. The girl who was behind her passes. The flapping gets worse. It's catching on the ground with every step, throwing off her rhythm. 60 seconds, final straightaway. Maya can see the finish line. She tries to sprint, gives everything. The sole detaches completely. It's still connected at the toe, but flapping wildly behind her foot like a flag. Every step is wrong, unbalanced, awkward. Maya stumbles, but doesn't fall. 70 seconds. She crosses the finish line in last place, 5 seconds behind everyone else in her heat. Maya bends over, hands on her knees, gasping. Not from effort, from humiliation. She can hear the whispers, see the stares, feel the pity and mockery mixed together like poison. Did you see her shoe? Oh my God, that was painful to watch. How did she even run like that? Maya's face burns. She wants to say something clever, something cutting, but her throat is tight. Can't your parents buy you real shoes? Or are you one of those East Side kids who... That's enough. Coach Harper appears beside her, crouches down. Let me see. Maya shows her the shoe. Coach Harper examines it with the careful attention of a doctor looking at an X-ray. How long have you been running in these? 6 months, Maya whispers. And how often do you practice? Every day. Coach Harper looks at Maya for a long moment. Every day, she repeats. In these? Maya nods, not trusting her voice. You've got heart, kid, but heart doesn't win races alone. Coach Harper stands up, walks back to the rest of the tryouts. Maya sits on the grass and watches the remaining heats. Her time was 86 seconds, the worst of everyone who didn't trip or walk, the worst time by far. Zoe finds her after tryouts end, sits beside her without saying anything, just sits. I was terrible, Maya finally says. You finished. Last place. You finished. Zoe bumps her shoulder against Maya's. Most people would have stopped when their shoe exploded. You kept running. Maya wants to believe that matters. She really does. Coach Harper posts the results on the fence an hour later. 20 names made the team. Maya walks up slowly, scans the list once, twice, 3 times. There, at the bottom, Maya Rodriguez, alternate. She made it. Barely. Just barely. As an alternate, she probably won't compete in meets, but she's on the team. She's officially a runner. I made it, she whispers. Zoe screams and hugs her. You made it! That night, Maya lies in bed and stares at her broken shoes in the moonlight. Alternate. It's not star athlete, it's not champion, but it's something. It's a start. I'll prove I belong here, she whispers to the darkness. Outside, the moon shines bright and full, like anything is possible. 2 weeks later, Maya stands on a track at Lincoln Middle School, wearing her team uniform for the first time. The uniform is beautiful. Red shorts with gold trim, red jersey with Jefferson Jaguars across the chest. She's never worn anything so official, so real. But underneath, she's wearing the same broken shoes. This is it, she whispers to herself. Jefferson's first track meet of the season. 5 schools competing, 200 kids. Bleachers packed with parents and students cheering. Maya barely slept last night, barely ate breakfast this morning. Her stomach is full of butterflies doing gymnastics. Coach Harper put her in the 800-meter run, 2 laps. Not the fastest race, not the prestigious 100-meter dash where Jessica Thornton will shine. The 800 is for steady runners, distance runners. It's perfect for you, Coach Harper had said. You've got endurance. Maya is in the 3rd heat, the slowest heat. Everyone knows it. She stands at the starting line between a girl from Washington Middle who looks bored and a girl from Lincoln who's nervously bouncing on her toes. Maya looks down at her shoes. The tape is fresh. They'll hold. They have to. The starter raises the pistol. Maya's heart pounds so hard her vision pulses. Crack! She runs. First lap is okay. She's in the middle of the pack, keeping pace. The shoes hold. The tape holds. Everything holds. Second lap, backstretch. Maya's breathing is steady. She's doing it. She's really doing it. Then, as she enters the final curve, she feels it. The left sole. It's separating again. Despite the tape. Despite everything. No, no, no. Maya tries to adjust her stride, tries to compensate, but it's like running with one leg longer than the other. Every step is wrong. The sole detaches completely. It dangles, flaps, catches the ground. Maya stumbles, catches herself, keeps running because stopping would be worse. Final straightaway. Everyone passes her. All 7 other runners in her heat pull ahead while Maya struggles forward on a shoe that's actively working against her. She grabs the sole with one hand while running, trying to hold it in place. It looks ridiculous. It feels worse. She crosses the finish line and dead last. 8th place out of 8 runners. The other teams are watching. She hears the laughter, scattered at first, then louder. Did you see that? She was holding her shoe together. Why is she even running? Maya limps off the track. Her face burns so hot she thinks it might catch fire. She covers her face with her hands and sobs silently, shoulders shaking. Mija. Her mother appears, somehow finding Maya even in her hiding spot. She wraps Maya in a hug without saying anything else, just holds her while she cries. I tried so hard, Maya gasps. I trained every day. I did everything right, but these stupid shoes. I know, baby, I know. Everyone laughed at me. I know. They sit together for a long time. Eventually, Maya's tears run dry. She wipes her face with her jersey. Do you know what your abuela used to say? Her mother asked softly. Maya shakes her head. She said, Rodriguez women don't quit. We might stumble, we might fall, but we get back up. Always. But what if I keep falling? Her mother looks at her with fierce love. Then you keep getting up. That's what makes you strong, Maya. Not winning, getting up. Maya nods, even though she's not sure she believes it. That night, a nickname starts spreading through school. The Broken Shoe Runner. It should make her quit. It really should. Instead, Maya wakes up at 5:30 a.m. the next morning and goes running. The next 6 weeks become a blur of early mornings and endless determination. Maya wakes at 5 a.m. every day, in the dark, in the cold, in the rain. She runs her laps at Jefferson Park before school. 12 laps, 3 miles, no excuses. After school, she goes to team practice. Coach Harper works them hard. Interval training, strength exercises, technique drills. Maya does everything twice as carefully as everyone else, trying to prove she belongs. Then, after official practice ends, Maya stays. She runs extra laps, practices her form, studies the way Jessica Thornton drives her arms, watches videos on her phone of Olympic runners and copies their technique. The shoes get worse. She tries everything. Duct tape lasts 3 days, Gorilla Glue makes the shoes too stiff, rubber cement dissolves when wet, zip ties cuts into her ankles, even sewing them with needle and thread rips out immediately. Every solution fails. Every solution fails differently, but they all fail. Zoe starts joining Maya for morning runs. She rides her bike alongside while Maya runs, playing music from a portable speaker and shouting encouragement. You're getting faster, Zoe yells one morning. I swear you're getting faster. Maya is getting faster. She can feel it. Her breathing is easier, her legs are stronger, her times at practice improve. Slowly, but they improve. 71 seconds in the 400, then 69, then 67. Not as fast as Jessica's 63 seconds, but better, stronger, real progress. Coach Harper notices. Rodriguez, she says after practice one day, your form is improving significantly. Thank you, Coach. But those shoes, Coach Harper shakes her head. I'm worried you're going to hurt yourself, twist an ankle, tear something. Have you looked into... We're saving up. My mom's working extra shifts. It's true. Her mother has been working double shifts when she can, trying to save money. But rent is due, Carlos needs new school clothes, the car needs repairs. Running shoes keep getting pushed to the bottom of the list. Maya finds old running books at the library, checks out 5 at once and reads them at night with a flashlight under her covers so she doesn't wake Carlos. She learns about proper breathing techniques, rhythmic, steady, mental strategies, break the race into sections, pacing, start conservative, finish strong, visualization, see yourself succeeding. Knowledge doesn't require good shoes. Knowledge is free. She memorizes famous runners' stories, Jesse Owens, Wilma Rudolph, athletes who overcame impossible obstacles. If they could do it, why can't she? Some of her teammates start respecting her dedication. They see her running alone after practice, see her studying form videos during lunch, see her refusing to quit despite everything. "You're kind of intense," says a girl named Keisha, who runs the 1500. "I mean that as a compliment." "Thanks," Maya says, surprised. Even some of Jessica's friends soften. Not Jessica herself, she still makes comments about the shoe disaster, but some of the others. "Ignore Jessica," a girl named Amanda tells Maya one day. "She's only mean because she's insecure." Maya doubts that. Jessica Thornton doesn't seem insecure about anything, but she appreciates the sentiment. By late October, Maya's practiced enough that Coach Harper puts her in a real race, not as an alternate, but as an actual competitor. The 800-meter run at the regional qualifier meet. "Don't put pressure on yourself," Coach Harper says. "Just run your race. Finish strong. That's all I ask." But Maya wants more than finishing strong. She wants to prove something. The regional qualifier is the biggest meet of the season. 10 schools, 300 runners, scouts watching for high school programs, local news coverage, everything official and important and real. And the stakes? Top 3 finishers in each race qualify for the state championship. State, the biggest meet in the state where champions are made. Maya wants it so badly she can taste it. The week before the meet, her mother comes home with a shopping bag. "Close your eyes, mija." Maya closes her eyes, hears rustling, feels something placed in her hands. "Okay, look." Maya opens her eyes. Running shoes. They're used, clearly secondhand from the thrift store, worn on the sides, a little discolored. One lace is frayed, but they're intact. Both soles are attached. No holes. No tape needed. Maya's throat tightens. "Mama." "I know they're not new, but they're better than—" Her mother gestures at Maya's taped disasters sitting by the door. Maya hugs her so hard they both nearly fall over. They're perfect. They're absolutely perfect. That night, Maya tries them on, walks around, jogs in place. They fit okay. A little big, but thick socks solve that. A little stiff, but they'll break in. They're not the bright, expensive shoes Jessica wears, but they're real shoes. Complete shoes. Shoes that won't fall apart mid-race. Race day arrives. The regional qualifier is held at the university track, a fancy facility with perfect surfaces and professional timing equipment. Maya has never run somewhere so nice. The 800-meter race is scheduled for 2 p.m. All morning, Maya is a bundle of nerves. She can't eat, can't sit still, just bouncing around, stretching and re-stretching. "You've got this," Zoe says, giving her a good luck hug. Zoe skipped saxophone practice to come watch. "Top 3, Maya whispers. "I just need top 3. In the warm-up area, Maya does her routine. Light jog, dynamic stretches, breathing exercises. The thrift store shoes feel different. Not bad, just different. She's not used to running on intact soles. Jessica Thornton is in this race too. She's the favorite to win. She's been winning every race all season, posting times that would be fast even in high school. Jessica sees Maya and smirks. "Nice shoes. Did your grandma donate them?" Maya ignores her, focuses on her breathing, on her plan. The race plan is simple. Start conservatively, stay with the pack, save energy for a strong finish. Don't burn out early. 15 girls line up at the starting line, the fastest runners from 10 schools. Maya is in lane 4. Jessica is in lane 6. The stadium is full, maybe 1,000 people watching. Maya spots her mother in the stands holding up a handmade sign that says "Go Maya." Her heart swells. The starter calls, "Runners, set." Maya crouches into position. The track is rough under her fingertips. She can hear her heartbeat in her ears, feel the sun hot on her shoulders, smell the rubber of the track. Everything else fades away. No crowd, no pressure, just the track and the race ahead. Crack! She runs. First 200 meters, Maya sticks to her plan, stays in the middle of the pack, 7th place, breathing steady. The shoes feel okay, a little stiff, but okay. 400 meters, halfway point. Jessica is in first place, pulling away slightly.
Maya is in 6th. Still good, still plenty of race left. 600 meters. Maya makes her move. She starts her kick, the final acceleration. Passes one runner, then another. 4th place now. 3 more spots to qualify for state. The shoes hold. No flapping, no disasters, just running. 700 meters. Final stretch approaching. Maya can see the finish line. Jessica is way ahead. She'll win easily. But 2nd and 3rd place are close. Maya is right there with them. She pushes harder, digs deeper. Every training run, every early morning, every lap in broken shoes, it all comes down to this moment. 750 meters. Maya pulls even with the 3rd place runner. They're shoulder to shoulder, neither giving an inch. Her feet start to burn. Sharp, hot pain in her heels. The thrift store shoes are rubbing blisters. With every step, the pain gets worse, but she doesn't slow down. Final 50 meters. Maya and 2 other girls are in a dead sprint for 2nd and 3rd place. Everything burns. Legs, lungs, feet. The pain in her heels is intense, but she ignores it. 20 meters. 10 meters. She gives everything. Absolutely everything. 5 meters. She crosses the finish line. Maya collapses immediately. Can't stay on her feet. Falls to her knees on the track, gasping, vision blurry. She doesn't know her placement, doesn't know if she made it. "Athletes, please clear the track," an official announces. Maya crawls to the side. Her feet are screaming. She pulls off her shoes with shaking hands. Blood. Her socks are soaked with blood. The thrift store shoes rubbed her heels raw. The blisters have ruptured. Every step of that final sprint was on open wounds. But she barely notices because the announcer is calling results. Women's 800-meter final results. 1st place, Jessica Thornton, time 2:18. Maya holds her breath. 2nd place, Amanda Chen, 2:23. Please, please. 3rd place, Rachel Kim, 2:24.8. Maya's heart sinks. 4th place, Maya Rodriguez, 2:24.9. 0.1 seconds. 1/10 of a second away from qualifying for state. So close she could taste it, so close she could touch it, but not close enough. Maya watches the top 3 girls celebrate, watches them get their medals, watches them pose for photos, smiling, heading to state championships, while she sits on the grass with blood soaking through her socks. Her mother finds her there, Zoe finds her, Coach Harper finds her. "You ran an incredible race," Coach Harper says. "Your personal best by 6 seconds. That was phenomenal." "I came in 4th, Maya whispers. "You came in 4th by 1/10 of a second in a field of 15 runners. Maya, look at me." Maya looks up. Coach Harper's eyes are fierce. "You have nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing. You ran your heart out today." But Maya doesn't feel proud. She feels empty. She gave everything, everything, trained for months, ran on broken shoes, pushed through pain and humiliation and mockery, did everything right in this race, perfect strategy, perfect execution, and it still wasn't enough. The medic treats her blisters, bandages her heels, tells her to rest for a week. On the bus ride home, Maya stares out the window. The team is mostly quiet, some celebrating their victories, some, like Maya, processing their losses. Jessica Thornton sits in the front, already planning her outfit for state championships. Maya sits in the back and tries not to cry. That night, she puts the bloody shoes in her closet, puts the taped-up broken shoes beside them. "I tried," she tells them quietly. "I really tried." The shoes don't answer. What happens next will test everything Maya believes about herself. Maya doesn't go running the next morning, or the morning after that, or the morning after that. She tells herself it's because of the blisters, doctor's orders to rest, but the truth is deeper. The truth is she doesn't know if she can face the track again. "Are you okay?" Carlos asks at breakfast. "Fine," Maya lies. She's not fine. She's drowning in questions that have no good answers. What's the point of training if I'll never be fast enough? Why keep trying if genetics and money and luck matter more than effort? How many times can you lose before you're just a loser? At school, she avoids Zoe.
skips lunch to sit in the library, pretends to study but just stares at nothing. She doesn't go to track practice. Coach Harper shows up at her apartment 2 days later. Maya opens the door, surprised. Coach? Can I come in? They sit at the small kitchen table. Her mother is at work. Carlos is at his friend's house. It's just them. You weren't at practice, Coach Harper says. My feet. Your feet are healed enough to walk, so what's the real reason? Maya looks down. What's the point, Coach? The point of what? Of any of it. I trained harder than anyone. I gave everything I had, and I still lost. I'll always lose. I don't have the right shoes, the right training, the right genetics, or whatever. Some people are just meant to win, and some people aren't. Coach Harper is quiet for a long moment. Then she says, Can I tell you a story? Maya shrugs. When I was your age, I was a runner, a good one. Made it to state championships 3 years in a row. Senior year, I was favored to win the 1500, had scholarship offers from colleges. Everything was perfect. She pauses. Then I tore my ACL in the state finals. Career over, just like that. I didn't run competitively again. All those dreams, gone. Maya looks up. But you became a coach. Yes, and you know what I learned? Every champion I've ever coached started somewhere hard. Every single one. They failed, they struggled, they questioned themselves. She leans forward. The ones who made it weren't the ones with the most talent. They were the ones who refused to let failure be the end of their story. But I'll never win, Maya whispers. Maybe not, but maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point is becoming the person who doesn't quit even when winning seems impossible. That's a different kind of victory, Maya, one that matters more. I don't understand. Coach Harper stands. You will. Someday you will. But first, you have to decide. Are you going to let one loss define you, or are you going to see what happens if you keep running? She leaves. Maya sits at the table for a long time. That night, she fights with her mother. I want to quit, Maya says. No, you don't, her mother responds calmly. Yes, I do. What's the point of sacrificing and struggling if it doesn't lead anywhere? It leads to who you become. That's not good enough. Maya runs to her room, slams the door, cries into her pillow. Later, much later, she hears a soft knock. Maya? Carlos's small voice. Can I come in? She opens the door. Her little brother stands there in his dinosaur pajamas, looking worried. Are you okay? Not really, buddy. Is it because of running? Yeah. Carlos thinks hard. Remember when I tried to ride a bike and fell like 1,000,000 times? Yeah. You told me that falling just means you're learning, that champions fall down more than anyone else. They just get back up. Maya's throat tightens. I said that? Uh-huh. You said you fall in races sometimes too, but you always finish. You said that's what makes you my hero. Tears roll down Maya's cheeks. I'm not a hero, Carlos. Yes, you are. You're my hero because you never give up. He hugs her and shuffles back to bed. Maya sits on her floor, looks at the broken shoes in her closet, the bloody shoes beside them, looks at the poster on her wall. Champions aren't born, they're built. She thinks about Coach Harper's words, her mother's words, Carlos's words. Thinks about why she started running in the first place. Not to win, not for glory, but because running made her feel free, made her feel strong, made her feel like herself. The losses hurt. They hurt so much, but quitting would hurt more. Slowly, Maya stands up, opens her drawer, pulls out her running clothes. Tomorrow morning she'll run again, not because she'll win, but because she's a runner, and runners run. She sets her alarm for 5:30 a.m. Outside her window, the moon hangs bright and silver, like a promise waiting to be kept. 10 years later. Maya Rodriguez, age 21, walks through the halls of Jefferson Middle School with a cardboard box full of teaching supplies. It's her first day as a sixth grade English teacher. Same school she attended as a kid. Same hallways. Same trophy cases in the lobby. She pauses at the track trophy case, sees Jessica Thornton's name engraved on multiple plaques. Other familiar names. Champions from her era who went on to run in college. Her name isn't there. She stopped running after that last race, finished out the season doing absolutely nothing. Coach Harper let her recover from her foot injury, which really meant gracefully bowing out. High school, she didn't even try out for track, focused on academics instead, got straight A's, won a full academic scholarship to State University, graduated with honors in English education. And now she's back, not as a champion, as a teacher. Miss Rodriguez? Maya turns. A student, one of her homeroom kids, is staring at her. Hi, Marcus, you need something? Are you okay? You look sad. Maya smiles. Just remembering old times. Come on, we should get to class. She still jogs sometimes, 3 times a week, early morning, just for fitness. But it's different now. No goals, no times to beat, no dreams of victory. Just movement, just peace. She wears decent running shoes now, nothing fancy but intact. She can afford them on her teacher salary. 2 weeks into the school year, Maya runs into someone outside the school building. Rodriguez? She turns. Coach Harper, now in her 60s with more gray hair, smiles at her. Coach, what are you doing here? I still volunteer with the track program, but I'm stepping down officially, getting too old for this. She eyes Maya carefully. We need a new coach. Maya's stomach flips. Oh, I hope you find someone good. I'm looking at her. Coach, you were a fighter, Maya, the kind of athlete who made everyone around them better. You'd make an excellent coach. I was a failure, Maya says quietly. I lost every race that mattered. I quit. I can't teach others to win when I couldn't win myself. Coach Harper's expression softens. You think I picked champions? I picked survivors, kids who showed up even when it was hard. You survived, Maya. You kept running when anyone else would have stopped. That's exactly what kids need to learn. I don't think about it. That's all I ask. She walks away, leaving Maya standing in the parking lot, head spinning. The student who changes everything. 3 days later, Maya is supervising afternoon recess when she sees him, a small 10-year-old boy running laps around the playground, alone, running with intensity and focus unusual for a kid his age. She watches for a few minutes. He's fast, natural speed, but his form is rough, inefficient. And his shoes? Oh no. His shoes are destroyed, worse than Maya's ever were. Completely separated soles held on with what looks like wire. Holes everywhere. One shoe missing its heel completely. The boy finishes his lap and collapses on the grass, breathing hard, grinning at the sky. Hey, Maya calls, walking over. What's your name? Elijah, the boy pants. Elijah Washington. I'm in Mrs. Chen's 5th grade class. Why are you running laps? Track tryouts are next week. I want to make the team. Maya's chest tightens. In those shoes? Elijah looks down at his feet. His smile fades slightly. They're what I have. Have you asked your parents? My mom works 3 jobs. I'm not asking her for shoes when she can barely afford food. He says it matter-of-factly, without self-pity, just truth. Maya sees herself, sees her 11-year-old self so clearly it hurts. I can help you, she hears herself say. Elijah's eyes widen. Really? I used to run. I can teach you some technique. After school, if you want. Yes, please, Miss Rodriguez. That afternoon, they meet at the track. Maya shows Elijah basic form corrections. Arm drive, posture, breathing rhythm. You're fast, she tells him honestly. Really fast. But fast without control is just chaos. We're going to make you efficient.
They train for an hour. When they're done, Elijah is glowing with excitement. Thank you, Miss Rodriguez. This was the best day ever. Walking home, Maya feels something she hasn't felt in 10 years. Purpose. The next day, Elijah brings a friend. The day after that, 2 more kids show up. Word spreads. Miss Rodriguez is coaching kids after school. Within a week, she has 8 students, the misfit runners, kids with broken shoes, kids who are too slow for the official team, kids everyone else overlooks. We're not official, Maya tells them. This is just extra practice for anyone who wants to improve. Are you going to coach the real track team? Asks a girl named Sophie. Maya hesitates. I don't know. That night, she can't sleep, keeps thinking about Elijah's shoes, about all those kids who want to run but don't have equipment or support or anyone who believes in them. She gets up, walks to her closet, pushes aside old boxes until she finds them, the broken shoes. She hasn't looked at them in 10 years. They're even worse than she remembered, crumbling, blood-stained, held together with ancient tape. But looking at them now, Maya doesn't feel shame. She feels something else, something like understanding. You taught me something, she whispers to the shoes. I just never figured out what. She takes them out, puts them on her dresser, stares at them in the lamplight. What did these shoes teach her? That losing doesn't make you a loser, that effort matters even when results don't show it, that the person who falls and gets back up is stronger than the person who never falls, that your beginning doesn't define your ending. Maya grabs her phone, sends a text to Coach Harper. I'll do it. I'll coach the team. The response comes immediately. I knew you would. Maya becomes the official track coach 3 days later. Her first team meeting, she brings the broken shoes. 20 kids stare at them, confused. These were my running shoes when I was your age. I wore them to tryouts, to races, to practice. They fell apart constantly. I lost every important race I ran in them. I was humiliated, called names. I wanted to quit every single day. The kids are silent, listening. But you know what these shoes taught me? That equipment doesn't make the runner. Heart does, dedication does, refusing to quit does. She looks at each kid. Some of you have great shoes, some of you don't. Some of you are naturally fast, some aren't. But none of that matters as much as this. Will you show up? Will you work hard? Will you keep running even when it's hard? A boy in the back raises his hand. Did you ever win in those shoes? Maya smiles. No, I never won a single race that mattered, but I learned something more important than winning. I learned who I was, and now I'm here to help you learn who you are. She puts the shoes in a display case in the school trophy room, right next to Jessica Thornton's championship plaques. The plaque reads, "These shoes never won, but they never quit." Maya builds her program on different principles than most coaches. She uses her own money to buy basic supplies for kids who need them. Mental toughness is trained like a muscle. Team supports team. Fast runners mentor slow runners. Elijah becomes her star pupil. His natural speed combined with proper training transforms him. Within 2 months, he's winning local youth races. Maya contacts the Broken Shoe Foundation, a national charity that provides athletic equipment to low-income kids, gets them to sponsor Jefferson's program. Now every kid has proper shoes. But I want to keep mine, Elijah says, holding his broken shoes. For luck. Maya understands completely. The first track meet under her coaching, Jefferson doesn't win. They come in 4th out of 6 schools. But every single kid improves their personal best. Every single one. That's a victory, Maya tells them. You're racing against who you were yesterday. And today, you all won. The season progresses. More victories. Not against other schools, but against themselves. Kids who couldn't finish a lap now run miles. Kids who hated running now beg for extra practice. And Elijah starts beating runners from schools with professional coaching and expensive programs. By season's end, he qualifies for the state championship. Maya stares at the qualification certificate, hands trembling. State, the dream she never made it to as a runner, the dream that died 10 years ago. But now she's going, as a coach. We did it, coach, Elijah shouts, hugging her. No, Maya says, tears in her eyes. You did it. 1 week before state, a fancy car pulls up to the track during practice. Jessica Thornton steps out, 31 years old now, expensive suit, designer sunglasses, still beautiful, still confident. Jessica Rodriguez, she says, I heard you're coaching now. Jessica. My daughter is running at state for Lincoln Academy. She's favored to win the 800. Of course she is. Jessica's daughter would be fast. It's in the genes. Good for her, Maya says carefully. Jessica looks at the kids running laps, looks at Elijah sprinting past. That kid's fast. He's your secret weapon? He's just a kid who works hard. Right. Well, good luck. You'll need it. Jessica walks back to her car, pauses, turns. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about how I treated you back then. I was a terrible person. Maya is so surprised that she can't speak. I just wanted you to know that, she continues. You deserved better. She drives away before Maya can respond. That night, Maya can't sleep. State is in 5 days. Her student, her first real student, is going to compete at the highest level. She looks at the broken shoes on her dresser. We're going to state, she tells them. Not the way I planned, but we're going. The shoes sit silently, witnesses to a story that's finally coming full circle. State championship day. Maya has never been so nervous in her life, not even when she was the one running. The state track and field championship is held at the University Stadium, the biggest track in the state. 10,000 seats, professional timing equipment, jumbotron screens, TV cameras everywhere. 30 schools competing, 300 athletes, the best of the best. And somewhere in this crowd is Elijah Washington, her student, about to run the race of his young life. Maya's mother is here. Carlos, now 21 and in college, took the day off to come. Zoe drove 3 hours. Coach Harper sits in the reserved coach section, giving Maya an encouraging nod. The 11 to 12 age division 800-meter race is at 2 p.m. All morning, Maya and Elijah walk the stadium, visualizing the race, going over strategy, breathing exercises. You've trained for this, Maya reminds him. You know what to do. First lap, conservative. Second lap, you make your move. Final 200, you leave everything on the track. I'm scared, coach, Elijah admits quietly. Good. Fear means you care. Fear means this matters. Use it. Let it fuel you. What if I lose? Maya kneels down, looks him in the eye. Then you lose. But you'll have run your absolute best, and that's all anyone can ask. Elijah, I lost every important race I ever ran. And you know what? I'm still here, still standing, still coaching, because the race doesn't define you. How you run it does. He nods, absorbing this. In the athlete staging area, Maya sees Jessica Thornton with her daughter, a tall, athletic girl who looks exactly like young Jessica. Fast jeans, expensive shoes, professional coaching. The girl is favored to win. Everyone knows it. Elijah sees her too. She looks really fast. She is really fast, but so are you. This race isn't about her. It's about you running your race. 30 minutes before the race, Maya takes Elijah aside, pulls something from her bag. The broken shoes. I want you to see these one more time, she says. These shoes lost every race, but they taught me the most important lesson I ever learned. You're not defined by your wins or losses. You're defined by whether you keep running. I'll keep running, coach, no matter what happens. I know you will. That's why you're already a champion. Race time. 12 runners line up for the 11 to 12 boys 800-meter final. Elijah is in lane 3. Jessica's daughter, competing in a different age division later, watches from the stands. The stadium announcer introduces each runner. When he calls Elijah Washington, Jefferson Middle School, the section where Maya's team sits explodes with cheers. Maya stands at the track edge. And Maya, you were always a real runner. I was just too insecure to see it. Maya looks at her, really looks at her, sees not the bully from middle school, but a woman who's grown and changed and regrets her past. Thanks, Jessica. That means a lot. They shake hands, a peace offering, an ending to an old story. At the awards ceremony, Elijah stands on the first place podium, gold medal around his neck. Maya stands in the coach section, hands over her mouth, still crying. When they ask Elijah to say a few words, he takes the microphone. "I want to thank Coach Rodriguez." His voice echoes through the stadium. "She taught me that where you start doesn't matter. What matters is that you keep running, even when it's hard, even when you want to quit. She taught me that with her shoes." He holds up Maya's broken shoes. He'd asked to borrow them for the race, kept them in his bag for luck. "These shoes never won a race, but they taught me more than winning ever could. They taught me about heart." The crowd applauds. The cameras zoom in on the broken shoes. Maya's phone explodes with texts. The video will go viral by tomorrow. The story of the broken shoes and the coach who never won but taught a champion. After the assembly, Maya goes for a walk around the stadium alone, needs a moment to process everything. She finds herself on the warm-up track, empty now, quiet. She stands on the starting line, the place she stood 10 years ago with broken shoes and broken dreams. "I didn't fail," she whispers to that younger version of herself. "I just ran a different race, and look where it led." The sun sets behind the stadium, painting everything gold. Maya Rodriguez didn't become a champion runner. She became something better. She became the person who makes champions. 2 weeks after state, Jefferson Middle School holds a special assembly. The entire school packs into the gymnasium. Students, teachers, parents, local news cameras in the back. Elijah stands on stage with his state championship medal, Maya beside him, feeling awkward in the spotlight. Principal Davis takes the microphone. "Today, we're honoring not just a state champion, but a program that's changing lives. Coach Rodriguez has done something special here. She's shown our kids that success isn't about where you start. It's about refusing to give up." Applause fills the gym. "And today, we're announcing something new. Thanks to Coach Rodriguez's vision and a generous anonymous donor," Principal Davis smiles at someone in the crowd who Maya can't see, "the Broken Shoe Foundation Scholarship Fund." Maya's breath catches. "This fund will provide athletic equipment, training, and support to any student in our district who needs it. No child will ever have to choose between their dreams and their circumstances." The crowd goes wild, students on their feet, cheering. "Coach Rodriguez, would you like to say a few words?" Maya takes the microphone with trembling hands, looks out at hundreds of faces, sees her mother crying, sees Carlos grinning, sees Coach Harper nodding approval. She walks to a table at the side of the stage, unwraps something carefully. The broken shoes, now mounted in a clear display case. She holds them up for everyone to see. "These were my running shoes in middle school," her voice echoes through the gym. "I wore them to tryouts, to races, to practice. They fell apart constantly. I came in last place in every race that mattered. I was humiliated, mocked, and I wanted to quit every single day." The gym is silent, everyone listening. "But these shoes taught me something I didn't understand until years later. They taught me that your equipment doesn't define your worth, your circumstances don't define your potential, and your losses don't define your future." She looks at Elijah. "They taught me that sometimes the worst runner becomes the best coach, that sometimes losing is just preparation for a different kind of winning, that every struggle, every humiliation, every failure, they all meant something. They made me who I am. They brought me here, to this moment, to all of you." Her voice cracks. "These shoes never won a race, but they started a revolution. They taught me that beginnings don't define endings, and now they'll remind every student who sees them, you're not defined by where you start. You're defined by whether you keep running." Standing ovation. The gym erupts in applause that doesn't stop for 3 full minutes. Elijah takes his state championship medal off his neck, walks to the display case. "Coach, I want this in there too," he says quietly, "so everyone knows that the broken shoes led to this medal. They're both part of the same story." Maya helps him secure the medal next to the shoes in the display case. The inscription reads, "These shoes never won a race, but they taught a champion how to run, because equipment doesn't make the runner, heart does." The assembly ends. Kids flood around Maya, asking to join the track program. Parents thank her through tears. Teachers congratulate her. That evening, Maya finds out the anonymous donor was Jessica Thornton. She funded the entire scholarship program. "Consider it an apology," Jessica's text says, "for everything. Use it to make sure no other kid goes through what you did." Maya sits in her classroom after everyone leaves. The display case with the shoes and medals sits on her desk, waiting to be installed in the trophy room tomorrow. Her phone buzzes. News article, Broken Shoes, Golden Hearts, How One Coach's Failures Inspired a Generation. The article has been shared thousands of times. Messages pour in from across the country. Other coaches, other students with broken shoes, other people who feel like they're failing. All of them saying, "Thank you. Your story gave me hope." Maya reads each message, cries through most of them, realizes something profound. Her losses mattered, every single one, not because of failing, but because of it. She opens her journal, writes, "Dear 11-year-old Maya, you're going to lose a lot. It's going to hurt. You're going to want to quit. Don't, because 20 years from now, those broken shoes will have helped thousands of kids. Your humiliation will become their hope. Your failure will teach them that falling down is just part of learning to fly. You're not broken. You're being built. Keep running. Love, 21-year-old Maya." She closes the journal, looks at the shoes one more time. "Thank you," she whispers, "for everything you taught me." The moon rises outside her window, bright and full and perfect. Tomorrow, Maya will coach again, help more kids, share more stories. But tonight, she's just grateful for broken shoes and second chances and endings that become beginnings. The National Track and Field Coaching Convention. 5,000 coaches from every state gathering in Dallas for 3 days of workshops, seminars, and networking. Maya Rodriguez, now age 26, stands backstage at the main conference hall trying not to throw up from nerves. "You'll be great," Elijah says. He's 15 now, still running, still winning, came with her as her assistant. "There are 3,000 people out there, and they all want to hear your story." Maya peeks through the curtain. The auditorium is packed. Coaches of all ages, all backgrounds, all experience levels, all here for the keynote address. Her keynote address. "5 minutes, Ms. Rodriguez," the stage manager says. Maya takes deep breaths. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. The same breathing technique she teaches her runners. The last 5 years have been a whirlwind. The Broken Shoe Foundation expanded to 30 schools across 5 states. Over 2,000 students received equipment, training, and mentorship. 12 of her students won state championships in various events. She was named Middle School Coach of the Year twice. Her story was featured in Sports Illustrated, Runner's World, and on national news. The original Broken Shoes toured museums and schools as an educational exhibit. She wrote a book, Running on Heart, Lessons from the Broken Shoe Runner. But the numbers don't capture what really matters. What matters are the letters, the emails, the messages from kids who say, "Your story helped me keep going." That's what this is really about. "You're on in 60 seconds, the stage manager says. Maya touches the small pin on her lapel, a replica of the broken shoes, her reminder, her talisman. The announcer's voice booms. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our keynote speaker, Coach Maya Rodriguez." Applause. Thunder. But today, I'm not here to talk about winning. I'm here to talk about something more important. She clicks the remote. The screen behind her displays a photo of the broken shoes. These shoes never crossed a finish line first, but they changed my life, and they taught me the most important lesson I ever learned, one that I now teach every student I coach. Another click. Images of her students flash across the screen. Elijah holding his medal, kids at practice, teams celebrating together. People ask me all the time, "What's your secret? How do you take kids nobody else wants and turn them into champions?" She pauses, lets the question hang. The answer is simple. I remember. Click. A photo of 11-year-old Maya at tryouts, tears in her eyes, holding her broken shoe. I remember what it felt like to lose, to be laughed at, to wonder if I was good enough, to question if I should quit. Her voice gets quieter, more intense. Every champion was once someone who almost gave up. Every winner started as someone who lost. Every success story began with struggle. Click. Video montage begins playing. Her students training, racing, celebrating, supporting each other. The coaches who inspire champions aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who failed and kept going, who learned from loss, who turned their pain into purpose. The video shows Elijah's state championship race, the moment he crosses the finish line, the joy on his face. That's my student, Elijah. He won state 3 years ago, went on to win it 2 more times. He's faster than I ever was, more successful than I ever dreamed of being. She looks directly at the camera. But you know what he tells people? He says the most important thing I taught him wasn't how to run. It was how to fail and keep running anyway. The video ends. Maya returns to the center of the stage. Here's what I believe. Your worst moments can become your greatest teaching tools. Your failures can inspire others more than your victories ever could. Your broken shoes, whatever they are, can start a revolution. She pulls out a small object from her pocket, the actual broken left shoe preserved and mounted on a wooden base. I carry this with me, not as a trophy, as a reminder that where I started doesn't define where I ended up, that losing made me a better coach than winning ever could have. She holds it up for everyone to see. Your students don't need a coach who's perfect. They need a coach who's real, who understands struggle, who can say, I've been where you are, and I'm here to tell you, you can make it through. Her voice rises with passion. So embrace your failures, share your losses. Let your students see that champions aren't people who never fall. They're people who fall and get back up, again and again and again. She sets the shoe down gently on the podium. These shoes taught me that beginnings don't define endings, that equipment doesn't matter as much as heart, that every person, every single person deserves someone who believes in them. Final click. The screen shows the current Broken Shoe Foundation statistics. 2,247 students served, 157 championship wins, 100% graduation rate, scholarships totaling $4.2 million. This is what happens when you refuse to let failure be the end of the story, when you turn your struggles into strength, when you believe that everyone has a champion inside them waiting to emerge. Maya's eyes sweep the audience. You have students right now who feel like I felt, who wear broken shoes, literal or metaphorical, who think they're not good enough, who are ready to quit. Her voice drops to almost a whisper, but the microphone carries it to every corner. Be the coach who sees them, who believes in them, who tells them your beginning doesn't define your ending. Keep running. She steps back. Thank you. For 3 seconds, silence. Then the entire auditorium rises, standing ovation, applause that doesn't stop. Coaches wiping their eyes, some openly crying. Maya stands on stage overwhelmed, tears streaming down her face. This is what the broken shoes led to. After her speech, the line to talk to Maya stretches through the convention hall, coaches sharing their own stories, asking for advice, thanking her. One young coach, maybe 23, approaches nervously. Coach Rodriguez, I was a failure in high school, never made varsity. I became a coach because I couldn't compete, but I've always felt like a fraud, like I have no right to teach winning when I couldn't win. Maya takes both her hands, looks her in the eyes. You have every right. In fact, you might be the exact coach your students need because you understand what it's like to struggle. Don't hide your failures. Share them. Let them be your superpower. The young coach nods, crying, Thank you. You changed my life today. After the convention, Maya and Elijah fly back home. In the airport, waiting at the gate, Maya's phone buzzes. Email from the National Education Association. Coach Rodriguez, we'd like to discuss a nationwide expansion of the Broken Shoe Foundation. Text from her publisher. Your book hit the bestseller list, number 4 on New York Times. Message from a high school student in Oregon. Coach Rodriguez, I was going to quit track today because I'm not fast enough. Then I watched your speech. I'm going to keep running. Thank you for saving my life. Maya reads that last message 3 times, eyes blurring with tears. You okay, coach? Elijah asks. Yeah, better than okay. I can't believe this is real. Believe it, you earned this. On the plane home, Maya looks out the window at clouds and sky and thinks about the journey, from the worst runner in her district to a coach who's helped thousands, from broken shoes to best-selling author, from feeling worthless to changing lives. Beginnings don't define endings, she whispers to her reflection in the window. Her reflection smiles back. 6 months later, early morning, Jefferson Middle School track. Maya arrives at 5:45 a.m. for her usual run, but she's not alone today. A small girl, maybe 10 years old, is already there, running laps, alone. Maya watches for a moment. The girl is fast, natural speed, but her shoes, oh no, completely destroyed, held together with what looks like string and prayer. Maya's heart squeezes, history repeating itself. She walks onto the track. The girl stops, nervous. "Hi, I'm Coach Rodriguez. What's your name?" "Aisha," the girl says quietly. "I'm sorry, am I not supposed to be here?" No, you're fine. Why are you running so early?" "Track tryouts are next week. I want to make the team." She looks down at her shoes, embarrassed. "I'm practicing." Maya kneels down, examines the shoes. They're worse than hers were, completely unsafe. "In those shoes?" Maya asks gently. Aisha's face flushes. "They're what I have. I think yours might do the same thing for you." Aisha's eyes widen. "Really?" "Really. But first, let's get you some proper shoes so you don't hurt yourself. And then, if you want, I can coach you, teach you what I learned, help you become the best runner you can be. Even though I have broken shoes?" "Especially because you have broken shoes. That means you understand what really matters." Aisha grins, the biggest, brightest smile Maya has ever seen. "I'd like that, Coach Rodriguez." "Good, but I have one condition." "What?" Maya bends down to Aisha's level, looks her in the eye. "When your shoes finally die, when they can't run anymore, I want you to keep them. Because someday, maybe years from now, they're going to mean something important. They're going to remind you where you started and how far you've come." Aisha nods seriously. "I promise." "Then let me tell you a story," Maya says, sitting on the grass and potting the spot beside her. "It's about a girl who wore broken shoes, lost every race, and became something she never expected." Aisha sits, eyes wide, ready to listen. Above them, the sun rises over the track, painting everything gold and orange and full of promise. Maya Rodriguez begins her story. The same story she'll tell 1,000 more times to 1,000 more kids who need to hear it. That failure isn't the end. That struggle has purpose. That everyone deserves someone who believes in them. That beginnings don't define endings. And that sometimes the broken shoes are exactly what you need to find your way. 10 years later, the Broken Shoe Foundation has now helped over 10,000 young athletes across 47 states. Maya Rodriguez continues to coach at Jefferson Middle School, where she's trained 23 state champions and counting. Elijah Washington earned a full athletic scholarship to college and is now training for the Olympic trials. Aisha Martinez won her first state championship last year in the 800-meter run. The original broken shoes are now displayed in the National Sports Museum in New York City, alongside a plaque that reads, "These shoes never won a race, but they proved that greatness isn't measured by victories, it's measured by the courage to keep running when everyone expects you to quit." Because beginnings don't define endings, but they do make the journey worthwhile.